Welcome to Samdar on Netflix. It's one of my favorite K-dramas as of right now. Ji Chang-wook is in it. He's an all-time favorite Korean drama actor. He's extremely talented. He can play action, he can play charming. It's actually new, so it's currently in progress on Netflix. So it's right on, I guess, episode 10 just finished, and I'm actually watching episode 10 right now. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to rewatch it again. I watched it this morning, so January 1st. I thought I'd try to pick back up to TikToking again. I don't know, kind of got a little bit over it. Thank you for the follow. It was just kind of getting a little bit strange, so I stopped for a bit. And I think I'm just gonna now mostly just go back to talking about the K-dramas. Yeah, I would definitely check out Welcome to Samdari. It's really interesting because it's about the women divers, kind of, but more the storylines about the family members who are going back to Jeju-do. And Ji Chang-wook is just a huge Korean star. Actually, I kind of wanted to talk about a recent happening for Korean entertainment. So the guy who is the lead actor, father, I never watched Parasite, the movie. It's a Korean movie that won several Oscars in Hollywood. So the lead actor, his name was Lee Sung-kyung. So I first saw Lee Sung-kyung in The Coffee Prince. Hugely talented actor. He's so amazing. And he was under investigation for perhaps maybe doing some illegal drug activity, like taking it, ingesting it for himself. It didn't sound like it was even hard drugs. It was like stuff that people use on a recreational basis here in the United States. I'm not condoning it. I don't condone recreational drugs. I mean, I do drink alcohol, but that's on me. I'm of age, so I can. So anyways, this person that he might have been interacting with, I believe that she was manipulating him and blackmailing him. And he left a very sad, I think, maybe a letter to his wife and family. And I'm not gonna go into it because it's not my place, but it was very sad. She called the police looking for him, and he was found unalive by himself. And it's just so sad that he felt that that was his only way out. Like he didn't think that he could make it out of this dark time for himself. I'm so sad. He's been one of my favorite actors since Coffee Prince, and Coffee Prince was so many years ago. It was a breakout K-drama for Gong Yoo. Gong Yoo is another A-list actor. He was in Netflix, just a very small part in Squid Games. Oh, God, he was so talented, and he left behind a wife and 2 teenage sons. So I'm just very sad about him passing in that type of way. And I don't know what happened. I don't know the full story, but in my opinion, it sounds like the person, the female worker, she was a worker, a hostess. I don't know if she was lady of the night or what her circumstance was, but who voice records a phone call? The only time you're going to voice record a phone call is if you're going to try to blackmail someone. And he was under the I mean, it could have been that he knew what he was ingesting in terms of the drugs or whatever, but it sounds like he could have been fooled. Like maybe she convinced him to do the drugs. I mean, he's a grown adult, but it sounds like he's so famous, and I'm sure like this lady who is working as a escort or call girl, I don't know, lady of the night, whatever it is that she does with men for money. She's probably looking at it as an easy way to get money. So I don't know. I have nothing really good to say about that. It wasn't over pills. He said he accidentally snorted sleeping pills, but I don't think so. I think he knew what he was ingesting was probably an illegal substance, but who knows? I don't know. I never met this guy. I don't know who he is. I've never interacted with him, but honestly, I wish he would have gotten help. Like, I wish he knew how much people would have supported him outside of like people disliking the fact that he did that to his family, that he did something that was against the law. I mean, people everywhere in the United States, yeah, I don't know if he had issues before that. Honestly, he seemed like a pretty clean-cut kind of guy. Like, maybe, I mean, in Korea, that's like their entertainment. Like, entertainers, like especially those K-pop boy and K-pop girls, they also have unalived themselves over like shady things. Like, you know, they're put to work and not singing. They're put to work entertaining much older, middle-aged business people in very unseemly ways. So it's kind of it seems like it could take a bad direction, especially if you're very young, easily influenced. It's very sad. But I mean, it happens here in the United States with Hollywood as well. Like, people chasing their dreams to pursue acting or singing or entertainment, and then all of a sudden they're working some kind of side deals. Yeah, it's weird now. Cancel culture. They're trying to canceling people. I mean, so Lee Sun-kyung from Parasite, the movie, who recently passed, they were doing the same thing to G-Dragon. I don't know G-Dragon's real name, but he is with the YG family group, Big Bang. Big Bang came out before BTS, and it's just sad. It's sad that they were trying to, I mean, G-Dragon at one point had posted this vague but not vague Instagram post about Molly, and I only have heard about Molly, but I guess that's the slang or name for some type of drug. I don't know. So I'm like, he was himself kind of like, he was kind of drawing that energy, like he was taunting the Korean government. Like, why would you post that? Why would you want to like draw that kind of attention? Like, he was trying to be the cool guy, but I'm like, you're not that cool. It's like, why would you do that? It's like you have so many young kids that are following you, that admire your work, and why would you talk about drugs in an Instagram post? And it happened to this other guy that I really liked, Yoo Ah-in. He was in so many Korean dramas that I really like. Very talented actor. I guess he leads a much more alternative lifestyle, and he also got caught for drugs. And I don't know if he's going to jail or if he is, but people are trying to cancel him as well. And I think he also is in a relationship with a man, and that is not looked upon in a favorable light in a very conservative society. I personally don't care. Like, you know, with Lee Sun-kyung, part of the reason why he was, I guess, so upset is that it was coming out that he had cheated on his wife. Personally, that's between him and his wife. That's 100%. him, his wife, if they're having marital problems, that's between them. Like, who knows? Everybody's got their own lives. There's people who never dated. Some people kind of date. Other people, they mess around. Like, there's some guy that like has 8 children with like 8 different baby mamas, and he doesn't pay child support or support any of those children. So it's like, I don't know why this man, Lee Sung-kyung, just felt like this was the only option. I really think mental health needs to have a better place in Korea. Like, BetterHelp. I think that's like been a huge thing on TikTok, on YouTube. Like, BetterHelp has been sponsoring every social media star, and then they themselves have been promoting it because they themselves are really introspective and reflecting on their own mental health. And I think that's really good because it's helping others. And even myself, it's like, do I really want to say that? Is that going to impact somebody else negatively? So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I guess, maybe he thought he was a rapper. G-Dragon, I think, is he's super stylish. Like, he did Chanel shows. He has so many brand endorsements. He is kind of a cool guy. But at the end of the day, he's still kind of like a wafy, effeminate kind of looking guy. He's not that hardcore. He's pretty, from what I can tell, he looks pretty tiny. He looks pretty small. He doesn't seem that hard. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say anything too judgy because I'm just playing into that as well. Who knows? I think we should all just kind of be kinder people. So there's just been drama on the first day of the new year. Like, Japan had a big earthquake. Los Angeles had an earthquake. It's been kind of crazy. Oh, well, thank you for the follow. I don't know. I mean, even if it's a thing, like, as long as people are getting help, I mean, clearly people need help. They're saying, there's been like books, I don't know if I read it on TikTok or heard it on a podcast, but they're saying like wealthier nations, there is so much discontent that people are just going into depression because they see others having something that they want and they can't attain. Like, back in the day, somebody was saying something about a book. Like, they're saying a book, like, before, if you were in kind of like, if you just came from poverty, you just accepted fate and you're just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be poor, and you're just happy. You're just happy with the status quo of that level that you were brought into the world. And if you're middle class, you're just middle class. You're happy with the middle class. You're not like striving to get ahead. It's not like now in the United States, you too could be a TikTok star. You too can make millions of dollars only if you try hard enough. And even those people who try so hard and they don't get it, then they become depressed because they've been told, so if you hustle culture, if you hustle enough, you're gonna be a star and you're gonna make a lot of money. So I kind of feel like it's, in some ways it's good because it motivates people to try, but then in some ways it's bad because not everybody is talented. Like, I've been doing some type of Korean drama reaction videos, drama reviews since 2014. I mean, and I've been writing blogs since 2001. It's been 20 plus years. And the Korean drama reviews has been about 10 years. Nothing's happening. I haven't done anything. I think I've made less than $50 off of anything. It's just, so obviously I'm not doing anything correct. I'm not doing it right. I probably should work a little bit harder. Like, if you put more time and effort towards something, you can get better at it. I just haven't gotten better at it. Like, literally, I've just been wandering around. I need to stop spending money and I need to start making money. I think I should probably take TikTok classes or YouTube classes or Instagram classes. I don't know what I need to do. Oh my gosh. And then there was a little bit of friend drama or community drama. They're not really my friends, they're more my acquaintances. There was New Year's Eve drama where people got left behind at a nightclub, and oh my gosh, the drama, the tears, the, he said, she said, she said, he said. My gosh, it's been kind of crazy. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't even want to know what happened, but people were just really upset. Woke up to like 50 text messages from this group chat thing where everybody was pointing fingers and upset and mad. I think also like probably people were drinking at the time or smoking. I don't know, but it doesn't sound like people were completely sober. So who knows? The drama of, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in my room and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna just watch Korean dramas. I'm really happy that this week is a short work week. So it's just a few days, not a billion days for work this week. So I don't know if I brought the drama. I doubt it. It had nothing to do with me. I just was reading it on the text message change. It was like super dramatic. Like, I don't know. I don't want that. I like watching it in Korean drama. I don't want to experience it in life. No, thank you. Nice. That's always good. I mean, I think like some of the school systems, they don't go back in until like end of January. Congratulations, you get more time off. Wait until you go into the real world where you work all the time and you only have a little bit of vacation. Unless you move to Europe. If you move to Europe, I guess you have like couple months off. I think in Asia, people work a lot. But what I hear in China or Chinese type places that are very China influenced, they take off for Lunar New Year's, which is the Chinese New Year's, and some people don't go back to the factories, they don't go back to the offices, they go home and they just don't come back. I think they're just like, F it, I'm not gonna go back to work. So that is what happens. That's what happens, I guess. So this person that I work with, he is from Hong Kong, and he's not going back for Lunar New Year. When it's Lunar New Year, he was telling me that it's somewhere at the end of January, but he's gonna go after the fact, and then he's gonna go to Hong Kong on Cathay Pacific. So that kind of sounds fun. I wanna go to Hong Kong, because that just seems like it'd be a lot of fun. I have an acquaintance there that has opened up a bar that seems pretty popular. I don't think I would stay very long. I personally like Cathay Pacific as an airline because you could hop pretty easily because it's a hub, and Hong Kong's pretty central to other parts of Asia. I've been to Shanghai and I do like Shanghai, but I've been there and there's nothing new there that I would want to go see. And I don't really know anybody there anymore. So I probably would not go back to Shanghai, but I did go there once, had an amazing time, super fun, got introduced to a very attractive Hong Kong movie star, and he was very entertaining, very fun to talk to. I've also been to Beijing. Beijing was okay. It was just too politically driven. Like the Chinese government is their presence is too there. I don't like Beijing. I love Tokyo. I love Osaka. I do want to go to Nagoya. I'd love to go to Seoul, Korea again. I love Seoul. I would like to visit Busan. I've been to Jeju-do, which is where this Korean drama is being filmed. But I really want to go to Bangkok, Thailand, and some of the surrounding areas there. So I think what I'm gonna do is to find a tour. So maybe Trafalgar or some other tour, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to figure out how to work this tour on my own. I don't know how to plan. I don't want to plan the trip. I don't want to plan the hotel stays or how to get from the airport to the hotel or how to get to the tourist attraction sites. And I want to do the tourist thing. I don't want to go there to soak up the culture and live among the people. I want to go and see the big highlight points of Thailand. Like, whatever is the big thing to go to Thailand for, that is why I want to go. Maybe one day if I love it, maybe I'll go back and then visit maybe a little bit more slowly. But I've got different places to see. I've got limited time in terms of where I can go, what time I can go, how much it's going to cost. So I want to put as much bang for my buck when I've got the time to go. That's what I think. I mean, I like going to certain places, but I mean, I don't have that much time and it's expensive. And I don't want to spend a ton of money on hotels. I recently talked to somebody and they're like, Mexico City's really cool. They've got a huge Korean and Chinese neighborhoods and stuff. I'm like, that's cool. Then you can learn Spanish and Korean at the same time. That seems kind of fun. Like if I could, if it was safe, I wouldn't mind going to Korea and seeing if I could, not Korea, Mexico City, and then kind of being in that community if it was like super safe and easy to get around and blah, blah, blah. I wish I learned Spanish. I wish I had learned Spanish, but I didn't. Wish I did. There's a lot of things. Wishful. I have time. Like right now, I'm just spending money and like wasting time. Like I just wasted the entire weekend. I had a long weekend. Did I do anything? No. I didn't really do anything. I just kind of wandered around the city, going to different stores. I didn't even buy anything. I think I just exchanged stuff. It was kind of like a bit crazy. So, since I'm on this live, I was thinking I want to do, so I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I've got some goals. And they're the same 5 goals that I've had for most of last year. So the one is being more financially independent. I feel like I'm kind of getting to that point. I'm very happy about that. The second is physically healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually. So it's kind of like those 3 things are all kind of intertwined with like soul, physical, mental well-being. That's kind of all the same in my mind because that's all me. It's like me being as fit as I can be mentally, physically, and spiritually. So that's kind of like my second goal. I kind of took like a bit of a break with the physical portion. I don't know why. I think I just got, I kind of got sick. I had to move. I had a little bit of like a lot of things going on. So I just kind of like let stuff go. But I'm more motivated now. I'm feeling motivated. So that one's back on. The third is location freedom. And I did it. So I sold everything. Pretty much everything that I have now, I can pretty much give to Goodwill. I have a chair and a little end table, and that's it. That's all my furniture. But there's been a twist. There's been a change of plans. So where I thought I was going to be completely location freedom, I realize now I kind of can't, or I don't want to. Like, I do need a home base. I realize I don't think I want to be a nomad. I don't think I want to be a digital nomad. I don't want to be just wandering around country to country or city to city. I think I do want a home base for whatever reason. I might continue to move like maybe once a year, or once every couple of years. I kind of like new. I don't really like just being stuck in one place. Like, I think I'm just well known among all my family members to move a lot just because that's my thing. He's mad. He's mad at these people for talking about his ex-wife. Okay, so that's, I think, okay, but I did it. That goal has been attained, which is the location freedom. But then, once I got to that goal, I was like, you know what? I don't think that that's what I really want, which is kind of funny because I got it and now I'm like, oh, because if I really wanted to, once this short-term lease is over, I could go anywhere. I could Airbnb it. I could go on a very lengthy trip. I could go and just be a digital nomad and live month to month in different countries. Because my work, I can do remote work. But then I was thinking, I don't think I want to do that because I think it would just leave me too restless, too moving all over the place. So I think I do have to kind of commit to a place, which I think is just going to be, I'll leave that to myself to continue to ruminate on. And then, so that goal, that third goal, it pretty much got attained. And now I'm like rethinking it. Maybe just build in more travel, but have a bit more of a home base, but still have literally no possessions that I have to pay a mover to move, because that was getting expensive. It was like $500 every time I moved. And I would move every year, and then I was losing deposit money for every apartment, and then I was just stupid. That was not a good plan. And I didn't even really like my stuff anymore. So I actually sold it to Kayo, which is a furniture reselling place. That I highly recommend. So if you have resellable furniture like Restoration Hardware, Room and Board, Crate and Barrel of Pottery Barn, I don't know what else is good furniture. So, but what I do have, and I think I will keep, are some kitchen appliances. Do you know why? It's expensive. That stuff is expensive. And I also, that whole number 2 goal, which is health, those kitchen appliances actually do something for my health, which is eating a lot of vegetables and consuming a lot of vegetables. So that's what I need to do that more. I think I need to commit more to vegetables, green leafy vegetables, and just kind of not eat, kind of just don't eat any more land roaming animals. 1, because I really like animals, and then 2, they're just not healthy for you. So I think I'm gonna just go more vegan, vegetarian, or pescatarian. That's kind of where I'm going, mostly because I think I feel better, more fit. Yeah. Where am I? So, told you about my first goal, which was financial freedom. Second goal is the whole me being at my top of my game. Third is location freedom. Fourth is, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it was this. It's my Korean drama side hustle thing. Yeah, definitely give up fast food. That's like terrible. They use the worst ingredients. It's not good. It's expensive. So yeah, fourth is work on my social media to see if I can actually build it into a side hustle, a real one. And then fifth is this other thing. I'm kind of giving up on that one. I don't think I want the fifth one. It's just taking too long. It's like very, yeah, I'm kind of, yeah, that one is just kind of like, whatever. So, oh, I'm not going to tell you about the fifth one. The fifth one is a secret. Unless you really, really, really want to know. I could kind of tell you about the fifth one, but I'm not sure. I might tell you on a different live stream about the fifth goal. The fifth one is something that has been not really a goal, but has been kind of like bouncing around in my brain since 19 years. It's been 19 years in my brain, kind of just bouncing around like a little weird little thing, like an elf. That's about it. That's all the hint I can give you. But I think the first four are way more attainable. The fifth one is like contingent. It's kind of hindering on another factor, which is like way beyond, like that one's just too difficult. Too difficult, that one. Thank you for the likes, much appreciated. So yeah, I do really enjoy this particular Korean drama. It's super fun. It's very, very cute. I think that's what a lot of the social media it's saying, is that if you're really actively pursuing something, it's like Atomic Habits, it's like you know, working, if you have a 5-year plan, working towards that plan. You can't just manifest it. You can't just think about it and just be like, oh, I want to be rich, or I want, you know, to have Ji Chang-wook as my husband. I mean, you could throw everything out there in the universe to God, to keep praying about it. But if you don't make incremental steps towards there, yeah, it's going to be difficult. Like, I think last year it was the first 3 I was very intentional, really working on it. And I feel pretty good about where except for number 2. I just kind of like the past month, because I don't have my own kitchen, I've really fallen off. So I need to really go back to my being intentional. So yeah, I guess speaking about it on TikTok, maybe that will hold me a little bit more accountable, because I've really just kind of I went completely in a different direction, because I don't really use the kitchen anymore, because it's a shared kitchen. I just don't want to be responsible for other people's kitchen stuff, so I just kind of backed off completely. But even with that, I mean, I'm near a Trader Joe's pretty much every day. So I think I just need to be a lot more like mindful of what I'm feeding myself. So I think I'm gonna go back to being a little bit better. And like with exercise, like I was pretty hardcore up until I moved. And then like it's a new gym, it doesn't feel as safe, so. What I did see on one of the podcasts, I didn't even see it. What I was listening to on a podcast was Deepak Chopra, something like that. And he was talking about 5 things or 4 things he's very intentional about. So I will tell you what Deepak Chopra said on this podcast that I was listening to. I thought it was really good, because it's like something that I never really have been as mindful about, just because, I don't know, I have a lot of stuff going on in my brain, but I think sometimes it's negative thoughts rather than just having an empty mind and just allowing to have good nurturing thoughts, or putting seeds down for good nurturing thoughts. No, if something like completely not good happens, then that's what I hyper focus on. So I need to stop doing that and just kind of let it go, give it to God, and let God kind of take care of it. That's what I think is a better idea, rather than me just ruminating over it, going over and over, and just having crappy thoughts. So Deepak Chopra said, having a joyful, energetic body. I think that's huge, because he didn't say have a thin body. He said have a joyful, energetic body. So that means just having every cell just be happy. The second is having a loving, compassionate heart. I think that's huge. If everybody had a loving, compassionate heart, I think that would just be a lot more relationship building, building each other up rather than tearing people down or tearing yourself down. The third is a quiet, reflective, creative mind. My mind is not quiet. It is very reflective. It's very introspective, but I don't think it's positive, and it's not quiet. It's very noisy. It's very, very much at war with itself and with others that have infiltrated my mind. And then the lightness of being in spirit. So that one, I feel like it's more of faith. And then for me, I just put my own fifth one because I don't like the number 4, is having faith. So that's kind of where I was going. Yeah, I need to find healthy food. So that's kind of where I am with my life, kind of my thoughts as well. So I really, really do enjoy Samdali. It's just the cutest K-drama out there right now. And then my thoughts on the recent happening with the gentleman. Let me look at his name again. Korean names are so difficult for me to remember. I just hope for peace, and my condolences to his family, because it's just so sad that that happened to him and his family. It was so unnecessary. It was just, cancel culture is just, it's the level of where it's gone is just stupid, in my opinion. And then, Lee Sun-kyung, I just hope he rests in peace, and I hope that in future, if anyone else is being manipulated, bullied, harassed, that they find help, and they do not resort to what he resorted to, because it's just super sad. It's really sad. But yeah, thank you for joining me on my TikTok live. I do appreciate your time. And then hope you all have a wonderful and happy new year. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys all on my next live. So be sure to follow wherever the follow button is. Yeah, thanks. Have a happy new year. Bye.